You guys are reading the title. I just got out of class not too long ago. I would rather you ladies be single than to settle for some man just to say that you have him. Because at the end of the day, if you guys continue to keep settling for these men, you're going to end up in a marriage that's just not going to make you happy. You're going to end up in a relationship that's not going to make you happy. You ladies need to start putting yourself first. You need to start centering yourself around the type of life that you want. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being single. And if it means that you have to be single until death, then accept that. Because the way how it is out here for dating, truthfully, is it really worth it? Is it really worth it to get out here and keep weeding through the dating pool to try to find a man who has his stuff together? It's kind of getting impossible at this point. And when a woman has been out here in the dating world too many times and she's not getting the end result that she needs, what happens is she just eventually becomes burnt out. And I think that's what's going on with a lot of y'all. Y'all are burnt out by these men and the experiences that you're not having with your positive. And it's not even about, you finding the right man. It's morally about people being decent human beings in order to be picked. And if you're coming with red flags, nobody's going to choose you. What people need to be getting encouraged on is actually doing some healing rather than dating. Work on yourself so that you can be the person that somebody likes and literally fall in love with yourself. Because what's going on, men, we're seeing you're coming with too many red flags and we're opting out. That's ultimately what's going on here. I'm still stuck on why are married men worried about single women. I'm still stuck on that. I'm so stuck on that. Why is a married man all up in a single woman's business? Better yet, why are any of you men in women's business? I don't know what to tell you women out here. And I hate to say this. Can I be real with y'all? Y'all need to leave some of these men alone. Because they're not only breaking your hearts, they're breaking your souls too. Damn, that was a mouthpiece. Somebody write that down. These men are not only breaking your hearts, they're breaking your soul. They're not benefiting you guys, man. And you guys are just getting on here complaining about men so much. They're not doing nothing. You men are not doing anything spontaneous to make a woman say, ooh. What you're doing is you're ruining women's life, man. All of you men are just problematic to me. And at the end of the day, I will still choose myself in peace over dealing with the crap that most of these women are putting up with. I need to go grab my battery pack, you guys. They're not only breaking your hearts, they're breaking your soul. That's all these men are doing. And when it's all said and done, women would still rather choose themselves in peace over you men. That's where this is going, men. You have completely ran women out of the dating market, where they're hiding in their homes away from you. It's literally, we're literally here now. I think we're past repulsion. I think we're now at complete isolation. I don't know. How do you turn off an entire gender of people? Well, let's start by asking American men, how did they turn off women here? Well, when you're sitting online talking about women and, you know, all of this monogamy and sexism and control. And I saw a post by a woman on TikTok who I follow. She says men have replaced love with control. And there's a clip. I can't put the clip of it on here. I can't do it. But the ladies that I follow on here, they started sharing some of the responses coming from the men in the whole Galantines event thing, right? And there was a lady who said something in one of these videos, and I want to get it, and I want to just trim it and put it on here, but I don't want a copyright strike. She said something very important in this video, that you men don't have the capacity to love. And it's true. Because when you ask your men, why do you love your wife and why do you love your girlfriend, it's always going back to some kind of labor. Oh, I love my wife, I love my girlfriend because of this, this, and that. It's nothing about, I love her personality, I love her character, I love her smile, I love her attitude, I love her generosity. It's always something that these women are doing where it's servicing you men. And I'm going to continue to say that I don't think you men are capable of loving women properly. I'm going to continue to stick to that. At least the collective of you can't do that and you can't be that. Because if you can do and be that, we wouldn't have the problems that we're having right now. And look at the state of the world. If you men truly love women, the world would not look the way that it's looking. Women wouldn't be going through what they're going through. None of this stuff would be happening. With divorces, women opting out, women choosing to be single, women choosing peace. At some point in time, man, you guys are going to have to inner reflect. You're going to have to go within and you're going to have to look at yourself to figure out why is these things happening and why are women responding the way that they are. Women are not just opting out just to opt out. No, there's something more going on here. And until you men actually sit down and examine these things that women are talking about, we're never going to get anywhere from here. I'm going to tell you guys my honest truth. I don't think the men are going to ever change. No. Why would they have to change? Why would they have to change? Because changing means we then now have to take accountability. And a lot of you men are not going to do that. You're going to continue to be the same way that you are, running around here with your toxic masculine egos. Just, I mean, literally at this point, devouring everything you touch. And it's sad that we're here now. It's sad that women are not choosing to deal with you men no more. That's what it means by a world without any men. That means you won't be in their spiritual realm. And as someone who is spiritually gifted, men, I can see straight through you guys. I can see through your inflated egos. I can see straight through you just like a mirror, what type of man you are. I can tell when somebody's evil. I can tell when somebody's good. I can tell when somebody's not right. See, the longer a woman is single, the more conscious she becomes. the more highly intuitive she becomes. I'm very highly intuitive. So nothing that you men do surprises me. Nothing that you say shocks me. If anything, the way how I move as someone who has to be protective of my energy because number one, I don't allow everybody in my space. Number two, you're not going to have the privilege of coming into my space doing what you want to do in it. And see, I think what's going on here, ladies, these pygmies have gaslit these men up so bad and have told them that they have well endowed eggplants. And these men are just running around here or told them that their eggplants are amazing in bed. And now these men are just walking around here thinking that that's all that there is to them. But when you begin to pull back the layers to these men, it's completely empty. You men have nothing to offer to women. I mean, absolutely nothing. You have no emotional intelligence. You have nothing intellectual to say. I don't even think the majority of your bandwidths can even reach certain kind of enlightened conversations. See, when I'm talking to a man, I like a man who can enlighten me spiritually. And a lot of you men don't enlighten women. You don't stimulate women sexually, mentally, or anything. And I'm now starting to believe, and I am now convinced that the majority of you men are NPC bots. You're just operating on projection, and you continue to follow what other men are doing. You can't think and do for yourself. You can't think and do for yourself. You're just running around here just operating on nothing. And there's nothing spectacular or interesting about you men. It's gotten to that point. And I think that the divine feminine is tired of you men. I think we're tired of you. I think we're getting tired of your existence. Uh-oh. I think women are tired of you men's existence. I think we're getting tired of you all collectively together. And when the divine feminine has reached this point, there's really nothing you can do about it. What am I saying? These women have checked out men, and there's nothing that you can do about it. And I think that this is the result of you following a system that has conditioned you to be this way instead of actually being your authentic self and coming from a place of healness and wholeness. Because what I'm noticing out here is you men are all saying the same thing and you're operating on the same script. And it does not matter how old you are, and it does not matter how young you are, and it does not matter the race of you. You're all doing the same thing. You're all saying the same thing. And there's nothing authentic about you men other than the fact you're just carbon copies now. That's it. And you know what I mean when I say carbon copy? You know those things you used to write on, and then it would be a carbon copy. And that's what you men are doing. You're carbon copying yourself. And it's just giving NPC energy. And now women have figured you men out. We figured out how you're going to move and what you're going to say and what you're going to do, because it's now to the point where women have actually learned your patterns. And see, for me, when a man constantly keeps doing the same thing over and over and over again in pattern recognition, I kind of know what to expect. Because when a woman has so many experiences with a man and we have those experiences, we tend to kind of know what to expect with you men and how you move, because we've had these experiences with other men and we saw how they moved, and now we know how all of y'all are moving. So I don't know what to tell you men, other than this is what happens when you continue to follow the patriarchal system. You end up with nothing. So I think women are just tired of you men now. I just think we're tired of you. I think we're tired of your existence. I think we're getting tired of what you're doing and what you're saying, all of the harassment, all of the nagging, all of the begging, all of the desperation. We're just getting tired of it. I just think women are tired of talking to you men. We're tired of over explaining. It's bad, man. It's bad. That's where we're at, man. That's where we're at. Ladies, I would just rather you be single than settle now. Please. Save yourself and save your peace. Let these men reap the karma of them choosing to treat women bad, because this is ultimately what all of this is about. This is about men mistreating women bad and abusing them, and now women no longer wanting to be bothered with them. And unfortunately, uh, you opting out isn't going to stop them. It isn't going to change their behavior. They're going to continue to get violent and angrier as this continues their behavior. I can't tell you what to do. My advice would be to leave them alone. If I were you, I would leave these men alone. If I were you. If I were you, I would leave them alone for my own peace of mind and sanity. If I were you, I'm just telling you that the benefit is not worth the risk is not worth the reward. And a lot of these men think that they're bigger than the program, and in actuality, they're not bigger than anything. It's just their inflated egos are running around here making women's lives miserable. And that's all that they're doing. They just make women's and that's literally what they're doing. They're just making women's lives miserable. And this is all you men do. At least in my experiences, you haven't benefited my life at all. You just made my life miserable. And cutting off that life support is really what you ladies need to do. And a lot of y'all need to cut the umbilical cords. Y'all need to cut these men off, man. Y'all need to cut these men off. You need to choose yourself. You need to keep moving forward. You need to decenter these men. And truthfully, I hate to say this, you may have to let them go for good. You may have to let these men go. It's bad out here. I would say just let them die out. Let these men die out. I mean, especially the ones who are never going to change. They're never going to get better. They're never going to evolve. They're never going to take accountability. They're never going to get out of their mama's house or basement. They're going to keep on blaming women. Just let them die out. Don't even deal with them. I say a good 90% of these men need to be avoided. That's it. And I think the women who are married to these low tier men, they're going to start divorcing them too, especially when Trump comes for these no fault divorces and stuff. And once that happens, well, these men are not really going to be getting picked out here. And once these AI jobs start to replace a lot of these jobs that these men are going to lose, it's really not going to benefit them either. They're definitely not going to get a wife or anything once that happens. And that's the advice that I have for you ladies. Just let these men go. Just let them go. You're not going to get anywhere with them. You're not. It's just that it's never going to be what you think it's going to be. Just let them go. Choose yourself, choose your money, and focus on what you need to do at this particular point. And that's where I'm at, you guys. What am I saying? Just throw the towel in with these men. That's it. Throw the towel in, ladies. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I am going to say throw the towel in. Let these men go. Especially for the romance part. Let them go. That's it. Choose yourself, choose your finances, put yourself first, and let these men go. And if you come across a man who actually pours into you, it has to be divinely sent or it's some kind of a miracle at this point. Outside of that, completely decenter these men. See, this 4B journey that I'm on, there is no getting off of it. This is permanent. This is not a temporary thing here. This is a permanent journey, literally into the end. That's the part these men don't get. They think that this is some kind of a temporary thing or a phase. This is not. I didn't get on this journey just to get on here. No, I'm on here for a legit reason, and I'm on here, and this is permanent. This is not to get you men to change. I don't care if you ever change or you don't change. This is about actually letting you men go, and that is what 4B women have done. Legitimately, the 4B movement is women going their own way. Which way is that? Away from you men. That's literally what it is. The women who still want to deal with you, they're out there. They're out there. And I hope you can find that happiness with these women wherever they are. And hopefully you can pick them and they can pick you so that all of y'all can be pick me's together. But the women who are legitimately done with you out here, they're not getting back out. They're done. They're legitimately done with you men. So y'all be safe. Be done, ladies. 'Cause every time these men open up their mouths and speak, or you guys get on here and share your experiences, it's just pushing you women further and further away anyway to the point of no return. So uh I just think the best thing to do is just choose yourself and walk away from these men. That's my recommendation here on out. Everything's collapsing anyway. So what the hell? Even the patriarchal system is crumbling and everything's crashing out and I I don't see the legitimacy in continuing on here. Just walk away and choose yourself. That's it.